Okay, easy number 4. See how easy you are. Those 2 columns are knocked out. That row is knocked out. There's my 9. These 2 columns are knocked out. This row is knocked out, but I don't have the final answer of whether it's there or there. These 2 rows are knocked out. This column's knocked out, so that has to be there or there. This column is knocked out, and that one has to be there or there. This is another way of unmatched set. So that covers those 2 rows, as does this, but because it's not right up and down on top of each other, it's also covering 2 columns, and the same 2 columns that are covered by those 2 9s. So that is a 3-way matched set. Okay, so the 8, not giving us a lot. It is telling us that it can't be in this column, can't be in that row, so it has to be in the bottom row, which means this one has to be in the top row. Other than that, not telling us a whole heap and lot. So we're going to skip out on the 8s and check out the 7s. The 7s are helpful. This is covering that row, this column, so there's that 7. And now we have both of those covering the 2 columns, which says that 7 has to be there. Now we've got 2 rows covered, so we know that 7 has to be in one of those. These 2 rows are covered, so that 7 has to be in one of those. Now, watch this. This 7 says no to that. So it has to be here, here, or here. Now, this is when that matched set stuff becomes important. So this is a matched set in that this 7 is going to be in one of these 2 columns, as is this. So these 2 are a matched set, meaning the 7 is either going to be, so we'll call it the left, middle, right column. This one is either going to be in the middle or right, and this one's going to be in the middle or right. So if this one's in the middle, this one's in the right. If this one's in the middle, this one's in the right. Either way, between these 2 squares, the middle and right column are covered. Therefore, this one has to be in the left column, and it answers that question. These 2 columns are now covered, so that has to be in the up and down. And now you can see this is a matched set here because they're covering the up and down rows, and this is a matched set here because they're covering the middle and right columns. On to the 6s. All right, let's see. Do we have much information? Okay, these 2 rows are covered, so that 6 has to be there. Now those 2 columns are covered, which means this 6 has to be one of these bottom ones. Now, when I peek at my note-taking, I see, oh, the 6 has to be there. It kind of looks like the 9 might need to be there too. So I'm going to click over to the 9s and see, sure enough, the 9 has to be one of those. So one of those has to be the 6, the other one has to be the 9. What about that 7? It can't be there. It needs to be somewhere else. And since its only other spot is up there, that's where my 7 is. All right, back to my 6s, see if I have any more information. That's blocked, that's blocked. This could be either one of those. This row are blocked. This row is open, but the middle column is blocked. Again, see the match? Right and left, second and third, second and third. So, on to the 5s. The middle column and the bottom row are already accounted for, so that 5 has to be there. This knocks that row out. That 5 has to be there. These 2 rows are knocked out. That 5 needs to be there. These 2 columns are knocked out. This 5 has to be there or there. And then this column and this row is knocked out, so that 5 has to be there or there, leaving that matched set. Here's the 4s. These 2 columns are knocked out. This row is knocked out, so there's the 4 right there. This row is knocked out. These 2 columns are knocked out, so there's that 4. This is a no. This is a no. There's the yes. No. Nope. 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 Yes. All right. These 2 columns, so yes. These 2 rows, so one of those 2. This row's knocked out, and then this column is also knocked out, so that makes that the yes, and now we know this is the yes. These 2 rows are knocked out. There's our yes. These 2 columns are knocked out. This row is also knocked out, so there's our yes. To the 2s, That's a no, that's a no. So we're going to put our potential yeses right there. We know it has to be in one of those two because they're the only two left, which therefore means that one's knocked out and this has to be there. We also know that this two has to be one of those two. Now, this is one of those things that you can see from note-taking. This two, it actually can't be here because this is a forced pair, but let's pretend that it could be. Then this would have to be side to side and this would have to be side to side, forcing that one to be in the middle. However, we have more knowledge than that because that's a forced pair, so that's on that side, and that has to be one of those two. Likewise, that knocks out that row, so this two has to be in that row. This two has to be in one of these three, which means that it has to be in column 1 or 2. This has to be in column 1 or 2. That one therefore has to be in the third column. And the 1 is knocked out there. This one has to be in that row, which knocks out that possibility and leaves that. That column is knocked out by this, so the 1 has to be in this column. And so that means the 1 has to be there, up there. This one knocks out that possibility, which leaves that, which then knocked that out, and there's that one. And both of these rows are knocked out by those two, leaving there and there. Now we go back through and see what has become clear. This 9 can't be here or here, so it has to be there. Now it can't be there or there, so it has to be there. Can't be there because of that, or there because of that, so it's there. The 8s, that's the only one left for the 8. That knocks that out, making this an 8. Now, we know that has to be an 8. We know those have to be a 5, so those are the 8 and the 5, meaning the 2 has to be over there, and those are our other 2s. Back to what we were looking at with the 8. This has to be the 8 because it can't be there. This has to be the 8 because it can't be there. This has to be the 8 because it's the only one left. That's a no. That's a no. So there's the yes. Only one left. And that's a no. So there's the yes. These 7s, that's a no. So that's the yes. That's a no. So that's the yes. 6s, it's the only one left. Only one left. Only one left. And the 5s, only one's left. And that's it.